We are officially a few weeks away from witnessing one of the biggest events to unfold in the crypto world this year, and this is something that has been talked about by many people within the community since rumors of it happening were leaked earlier this year. As such, it cannot be helped that various opinions from both big and small personalities in the community would be heard, and these opinions are definitely different in many ways. Some are skeptical, while some are excited, and there are a few who seem to not give a single care at all. Well, wherever you may fall in each of these types of crypto people, you found yourself watching this video nonetheless. This is Diversified Streams, your go-to YouTube channel for all things crypto. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on the latest news and tips related to crypto, and make sure to keep your notifications on so you'll be updated with our latest videos. We post frequently so you wouldn't want to miss it. In today's video, we will be talking once more about the up-and-coming merge that's bound to happen in Ethereum, and as the title suggests, what Raoul Pal thinks about this big event. We do not want to keep you waiting further, so without any more delays, let's head on to the video. In his recent discussion about Ethereum, the Real Vision CEO and ETH enthusiast, Raoul Pal, talked about his thoughts on the much-awaited merge that will happen in the platform. It would honestly be much more surprising if he didn't talk about it, given that he is an active investor in the network. So it is definitely worth creating a video about what he thinks is in store for the other ETH investors, and how the market is currently affected because of the craze that is accompanied by this merge. Pal said that looking at the big picture of it all, there are no longer any miners, as the activities of these miners included selling as much as 80% of what they hold in tokens in order to fund their activities. This amounts to a range of somewhere between 1 to 2 billion a month, a value hefty enough to cause a shock in the supply of the asset. He says that there is no longer presence of pressure coming from the miners who have been given Ethereum, and that currently 9% of all Ethereum is staked. Now there is no certainty as to whether or not this percentage will go up in the future. But if it does, given how it is going to attract a lot of capital into staking, it could go as high as 30%, and that would mean a total of 30% of all ETH staked in an inactive state. Now what exactly is this merge all about? Essentially, it is the incorporation of the current execution layer of Ethereum with a new proof-of-stake layer. This means that the network is now capable of transitioning from a proof-of-work to a proof-of-stake, which is a piece of relatively good news for all ETH geeks and investors. Just recently, the developers gave the wonderful news of the date of the merge, which is bound to happen on September 19, 2022. With all the tumult that has been happening since the rumor spread, this news is the single piece of assurance everyone needed to keep the excitement flowing until the day comes. So going back to Pal's talk, he made some interesting points about how this merge will significantly improve the network as well as its investors. According to him, the merge will cause the supply of Ethereum to go down, but it will also cause its demand to go up, demand and supply shock type of situation. This will undeniably result in the price of the asset to increase as well, making it a viable altcoin for investors to put their money into. Paul continues to say that in the history of Ethereum, the merge is probably the biggest event to ever take place since the asset's establishment and the creation of stablecoins. It may or may not be an overstatement, but I definitely understand why he thinks that way. It also goes without saying that while this promises a risk-free environment, risk will inevitably arise, and that is something we all have to consider when it comes to investing. Pal was also able to go deeper into the merge by talking about the burn that happened back then, where the EIP 1559 changed the dynamics of ETH. This event caused the burning of ETH and rendered the supply of the asset down by up to 65%. What does this imply though? Well, in an environment where supply and demand are two major players, a reduction or decrease in the supply is highly significant. When the demand remains constant or goes high amid the decrease in the supply, you will see some pretty interesting things unfold. In terms of Ethereum, you will see it outperforming Bitcoin as the network has an array of applications in DeFi, NFTs, and other similar environments. Because you have a dwindling supply coupled with the same demand, it is expected that the price of ETH will go up, basic economic laws applied in crypto. Enjoying the video so far? Let us know in the comments down below if your thoughts about the merge are similar to what Paul thinks, or if you have a different take on what is happening, That works too. All opinions are valid here at Diversified Streams, hence the term diversified. While you're at it, do us a favor and give us a like and subscribe so you'll be a part of our growing community. And now we're back to the video. Now if you guys think that this merge is just all about the supply and demand shock, you've got it wrong. It is definitely so much more than that. The changing of Ethereum from proof of work to proof of stake means that you are abandoning the use of computers to mine and do the work for you and replacing it by subscribing to a more secure network for a year. This is what you call staking, and doing so means that you can't use your coins for any other reasons while it is staked, but you are still getting a return for what you have invested. Once again, going back to the 30% ETH that is expected to be staked soon, this would mean that this amount of asset will not be available for use in DeFi, CeFi, rehypothecation, shorting, liquidity provision, and any other uses of ETH not specified. Where will the yield work come from, you may ask? Network activity. As long as the network is active, yields will be generated. Paul also believes that come the day of the merge, the supply of ETH will go down, stakes will increase, and the network will also get more active. These are only some of the good things that may come as a result of the merge, and it definitely explains why despite the decline in the market, Ethereum is thriving by over 50%. All this and the asset being more attractive in the eyes of the investors are a clear indicator that indeed the future is bright for Ethereum when the merge happens. Another advantage of the merge according to Raoul is that the conditions set by it will allow Ethereum to be much greener using 99% less energy compared to Bitcoin. Investors and people in general are keen on much greener choices, so hearing about this is definitely a plus factor for those who wish to invest. Additionally, he talks not of Ethereum being the biggest yielding asset in the market today, and this yield is deemed to be risk-free, but of course with reservations. You cannot really trust this whole risk-free thing in crypto, but the change it offers as a technology stock, a rare sight in today's economy, is still a really exciting thing to see. And that's it for today's video. I know a lot of you guys have been restless in the discussion about the merge, especially when it has been met with both an unwavering amount of support and a few criticisms. But wherever you stand in all of this, I hope that you are following the right judgment and acting according to how the condition plays out. After all, our channel and the opinions of those we feature are nothing but their personal takes on what is happening in the market. You have your own resources to do your research and make your decisions. So take everything we say with a grain of salt, and you decide on what you really think is the best for you. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe for more videos. This has been Diversified Streams. Goodbye, and see you on our next video.